Good morning. Today we are on lesson 3, the need for addressing in unit 2. Hope you had a good day yesterday and a restful night last night and you're ready to work today. So unit 2, lesson 3, the need for addressing. Our warm up, and as usual with our warm up we're going to our journals, and we go to our journal and we make this. So our journal is on this PowerPoint that says journal entry. It's in your slides on Teams. And the prompt, imagine you are in a room with 5 other people, all with the same name as you. What might happen when you start communicating? And you click and place your answer here. Okay, so you write your response there, and then you move on. We go back to our PowerPoint. Now that we have completed responding to the prompt in our journals and we have gone back to our PowerPoint, the next thing is the activity. So for the activity, it says you should have your activity guide, pen or pencil. Of course, we're on the internet, so there's no pen or pencil, but it doesn't harm if you have one there so you can make some physical notes for yourselves. You know how reliable technology is. So we're here and we're going to the activity guide. What is the activity guide guiding us to do? Do this. With your group, follow the directions given in the box for week 1. If you're a group of 5, everyone cross out Sunday. If you're a group of 4, everyone cross out Sunday and Saturday. Before starting to schedule each week, choose a random day of the week when you're busy and cross it out. Okay? It says once you're ready, fill in the schedule. So let us say we are a group of 4. We're not in the classroom, but we are working as if we're a group of 4. So you'll cross out Saturday and Sunday. We're not working those days. And then you choose a day, not Tuesday necessarily. Each person will choose their own day. When it's your day, then you're busy and you won't be working with anyone else on that day. So on your activity guide, go ahead and do that. Where do we find the activity guide? It's in your Teams folder there. So here we are on Teams, and we have our lesson instruction, and we have these files here. Okay, so the journal is what we did our prompt in, and this is what we're working through. And here is the activity guide. It says activity guide, so that's what you're opening, and when you click on it, it will open. This is what you see when you open it. Okay, the need for addressing, and same instruction that you were given there. It says you're trying to make plans for your classmate. Don't need to read that again. And before completing activity guide, these are the things you should do. So you're going ahead and this is what you're working with. This is what you're submitting eventually. You're working on week 1. It says talk with your group to fill in the schedule. Week 1, you can speak out loud. After that, you can only talk on the internet simulator. So you're only filling out week 1 now. Okay, when you're done, go through each day of the week and point to the person you are scheduled to meet with. Check if that person's schedule agrees. So for beginning, we just start with week 1, because when we go onto the simulator, that's when we're going to the other weeks 2 and 3, and we won't be talking at that time. We'll be using our simulator to do our scheduling. Sorry. So we have spoken. If you're in the class with us, then you would have had someone to work with. If you're not, you just pretend there's someone else and you fill it out as best you can. And then we are here now at the second prompt. With your group, check that everyone's schedule matches. We dealt with that before. Then discuss what works well, what made this tricky, if there's anything you want to try differently in week 2. And if you're home and you're not able to join the class for the session, you could just talk with someone else in your home. Use someone else there to do the activity with you. Get your idea, choose the days. Okay? The idea is to be interacting with someone else, collaborating with another person to set up this activity. So week 2, you have a different day busy. Okay, and it's the same procedure, but we are pretending we're working with a group of 4, so we're always crossing out Saturday and Sunday, and then week 2 you choose a different day from the one you chose before. Okay, and now you join the internet simulator. It says go to lesson 3, level 2, join a room with your group mates. Once everyone is in the room, complete week 2 on the simulator. Note, no talking. Okay, and the simulator looks like this. So I don't remember where to go and find that. Here we go. So we're in code.org and we're at unit 2. And this is lesson 3, the simulator, and it says 2. And you'll see this here. It tells you level 2. This version of the Internet Simulator looks a little different than the previous one. See if you can figure out the changes. Your challenge is to make arrangements to hang out after school with 3 different classmates, but without talking. Your only communication can be through the Internet Simulator. You may only meet with 1 student during each time slot. Okay? Note, these are things you need to read, not pop-ups that you just click away. And then here, because I have other classes, it tells me that I'm in different sessions. So if I choose one and I go there for you, you're going to see other people in your session. You join, and I'm getting this reading, but yours is going to look like what you saw on the PowerPoint. Your screen will look like this, where you have number of people in the room. It's telling you can join. Okay, so room 1, room 2, and you can join the room and complete the task, and you're not talking. When you're in the room, you'll have it connected like this, and you are writing to the people. You're writing and asking the questions. You are not talking. Well, we can't even talk here now because you're on the internet, so you definitely won't be talking. Okay. Once you have gotten the days when the other people can meet and you have all agreed and nobody's clashing because you're only meeting with one person, then we get to this prompt. Fill out the top on this, well, it says the other side of the sheet, but you have it right here. What problems did you encounter? How do you want to fix them? Okay, so it's on your activity guide, not here. You won't be able to write it here, but you go to your activity guide and you'll have the box like this. As you use the simulator, record any problems you face and brainstorm solutions. So, did you face any problems communicating with the simulator? Okay, remember you were not talking when you're using the simulator. So, what problems did you face in communicating? And your potential solution. How would you solve that problem? You identify a problem, you want to look at a way of solving the problem. Okay? So that's what you're doing for that first prompt. And then you go to week 3 and you're doing much like the same thing. You're agreeing with your group with a set of rules you'd like to try this time around for how to communicate. You saw the communication issues in week 2. Now you want to use the strategies you decided on. You know how we fix those problems. You're using those now to set up your board for week 3. And remember, you're now not talking. So all of this is being done with you not talking. Just writing your thing on the simulator, communicating on the simulator. And then we move on. It says, based on your experience, take 5 minutes to write down the rules section. Write down in the rules section the collective rules you and your team would advise using going forward. And here it says, be prepared to share. So you're writing on your rule, you're explaining the rules you had using the simulator. Okay? So it says, make up a set of group rules. So it's going to be you alone. You may not have someone else to work with. You think makes the most sense for communicating to this challenge. Include the ways messages should be formatted and some examples in the space below. Okay? So you're making up a set of group rules. Your group think makes the most sense in communicating. And then it says write some sample messages that write some sample messages that follow your rules. Okay? So you're explaining your rule here and you're writing some message that follows those rules. After that, we're at the wrap up. And the wrap up is that, sorry, you go to the video and you watch this video. The video is also in your Teams folder and it says video. Okay, you go back there and you find the video. I'm not playing the video here for you. No. Okay, we're not playing the video. Okay, that was a nice interlude. But after the video, okay, let me move from the video. We go back to our journal and we're responding to this wrap-up prompt. What are the similarities and differences between the internet protocol, that's IP, and the addressing rules our class made? Would rules like ours or the IP work if they were secret? Okay, so you have some secret rules. Would they work if they were a secret? And it's saying, what's the difference between the rules of the IP? Then we move on to vocabulary. Okay, so you have your vocabulary here that you need to make note of. These are things you need to know so you can relate and have, knowledgeable conversation using the terms in your writing. So before you close off, remember you're going back here to the journal to answer to your prompt. It says exit ticket, but the document in your assignment says journal entry, and that's where you answer the two prompts that you won't find on your activity guide. What are the similarities and differences? And you put your response here. Would the rules like ours or the IP work if they were a secret? And you put your response here. You are submitting this document. Okay? So the documents we write on are the ones we submit. Once you have completed the activity guide and the journal, those are the two you're submitting. The others are the PowerPoint guiding you through the steps and also the video. So when you're finished here, we are on to lesson 4, routing and redundancy. Until we meet next time, enjoy your day.